Thank you for joining me on this Let's Play of Knights of the Old Republic 2. Went last time a little bit before I was actually wanting to end, but due to just text issues, basically every once in a while the game will just bug and you just won't be able to talk to anyone. It primarily has to do with just being a Windows port and screen. I believe it has to do with like it not registering that you're actually loading chat or anything, so you just kind of have to reload the game. As far as bugs go, trust me, it's one of the minor ones. Sadly, it's kind of sad that that's one of the minor ones, but hey, you take what you can get. Play this guy. Getting lots of mines though, which is awesome. Can sell them, break them apart. It's great. Lots and lots of mines. Alright, so, don't worry about getting poisoned because, you know, shut down the decontamination. You can, I mean, it's not so bad if you decide not to, honestly. It's really not that big of a deal. Because only one of your characters will get poisoned because you can immune the other one. And T3 is immune to poison, seeing as how he is a machine and can in fact not be poisoned. Alright, now before we go, hopping into our lovely ship. Go around the room, pick some stuff up. Some credits. I don't think there's anything good out here, but, you know, stuff is stuff. Neural pacifier. Alright. You know, I don't think I've ever noticed that before. That guy there before. Alright, enter the Ebon Hawk.
Quick! We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser turret a workout.
So, interesting little trick here. If you kill these guys, you do not get XP for it. If, however, you simply stand here and it auto-saves here just in case you fail. Grenades make good use of grenades. But if you let these guys through, you can kill them all for just tons and tons and tons of experience points. So, welcome aboard, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Come on. this group right there. It's a lot of people to fight, so you may have to try a couple of times and not let all of them through. But it's just so much experience that it's worth trying to kill as many as you can. I think it actually also caps out the number of people you can get at 10, I think, anyways, so. I'm not positive about that. I kind of hope it doesn't, because they're like 100 or 200 experience apiece, and it's not like it's hard to just walk through a whole bunch of people like this. That's the last guy right there, so.
We've got company.
What's going on? $25. So what you do is put the energy shield on.
I hear you.
See, like I said, just way more XP, and it's not like it's particularly hard. You should have plenty of grenades and stuff to make it a little bit easier, and I mean, honestly, it's so worth doing. And they actually drop really good items, so. I mean, we're getting, like, really good stuff.
More where that came from. Time to even the odds. More where that came from. More where that came from. Just say the word. I hear you.
Yeah, that's my one big complaint is you can't change characters while someone else is doing something else. There it goes. Alright, so there's still 3 more here somewhere. So just gotta hunt them, do a little bit of hunting here. Nope. You know where they actually probably are? They are probably in this room, because I do not think I went into Vistus's room. Nope, I didn't. That's where they're at.
More where that came from. Everyone down.
Alright, now we'll go ahead and level up here. And in this case, I think we're gonna try... We're actually gonna hold off on this for right now. Yeah, alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're actually going to... New slot. Stat. Test. Save it. So now we're gonna do is we're going to level up. Attributes, we're gonna put 1 in Constitution. Skills. Powers. Has to be heal, I think. Accept. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can. Dang. What's his face has it right now? Or what's her face? Alright. So, we put a special save there.
Alright, let's get out of here.
There is no time. We must leave.
So, the reason we saved there is because I want to make sure that we will be able to use the +3 dex implant, even if its base constitution is not at whatever it
Hit
is.
us, we're dead. If they keep missing us, we're dead. It's great odds.
So, we'll see.
Somebody shut that trash compactor up. I'm doing all I can, and that's not enough. What'd you do to make these guys so mad? Well, either they hit us and destroy us, or they hit an asteroid and make the whole field go nova.
What are the asteroids? They can be destroyed by us as well as them, can they not?
That'll take out the whole field, the colony, and maybe us. We might not even be able to jump to hyperspace in time.
Then we die here. Choose now.
Hold on. This is gonna get a little rocky.
So this is actually, there's 2 ways this happens. Either we fire on it or they fire on it. Either way, it blows up everything around us, and we escape.
Well, now that we just killed a planet, maybe one of you can tell me what's going on. Because between assassin droids, a Sith Lord that looks like he sleeps with vibroblades, and being target practice for a Republic warship, I was better off in my cell.
The Republic warship was the Harbinger. It was seized on its way to Telos by the Sith. They sought you, Jedi. Yes, to aid in the recovery effort there. Many roads lead to Telos, including ours.
Not like we have much of a choice, the Paragus astrogation charts being what they are.
It is where we must go, and where the Harbinger was bound before our unfortunate encounter on Paragus.
How did you know it was where the
It would be
Harbinger?
difficult to find, but coincidence was on our side. When I learned that you were on the vessel, I knew the Sith would not be far behind. When we intercepted the Harbinger, it was crippled, drifting in space. It was a simple matter to board the vessel and rescue you. Unknown to me, however, the Sith were already on board. Just as we made the jump to hyperspace, they fired upon us, nearly destroying the Ebon Hawk. I do not know how the Ebon Hawk was able to make it to... Be silent. We're having...
Says he repaired the ship and got us to
Repaired
Paragus.
this ship, my eye. Next thing you know, it's gonna claim credit for saving our skins. If that little noisemaker says it repaired the ship once, then it can prove it by doing it again. Go on, get!
Because you are the last of the Jedi. Once you are dead, then they have won.
Well, that's kind of unfortunate.
Exile or not, the Sith believe you to be a Jedi Knight, and that is all that matters.
But what happened to the Jedi?
The Jedi Civil War destroyed the Jedi. By the war's end, barely 100 Jedi remained. Many fell in battle, and many more were seduced by Revan's teachings.
What about the Jedi on Dantooine
The
and
Jedi
Coruscant?
Academy on Dantooine is nothing more than a crater that echoes with the ghosts of dead Jedi. And the Jedi Temple on Coruscant lies empty. The waters in the Room of 1,000 Fountains have fallen still, in reverence to the fallen Jedi, and those now lost. Many Jedi blamed the teachings of the Jedi Masters for Revan's fall, and the civil war that followed. Perhaps, but they are Jedi no longer, if the Sith have not already... That is not an easy question to answer. This threat is greater than you know, and I do not believe it is a battle that can be fought.
Look, enough with the we already.
We cannot hope to triumph against them alone. To stop them, you will need weapons, allies, and a teacher. In the end, I fear it may not be enough.
What do you mean?
You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it cost... You are not listening to me. Think carefully on your choice. It carries... Like so many Jedi, but we have spoken long.
Hey, don't stop your long...
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care or anything. We're on autopilot until we hit Telos. Until then, a droid could fly this thing. Besides, I think she was barely keeping it together. I'm surprised she's able to stand with all that pain rolling off of her.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do is check on... Okay, so it does have to be base Constitution, which is fine, because that just means we need to get one more point into Constitution now. That way we can, and 4 levels, that way we can use that, and that's fine, honestly. But we do need the 16 Constitution for sure, for, so that we can use those 3rd tier implants, because they're kind of a big deal, honestly. I'm gonna give you a... yeah, you can have that. I want to give you my weapon, so... Alright, so, I mean, we're gonna stick with what we chose. I think technically strength would have been better off in the long run, but meh. It's kind of the benefit of, you know, whatever. So we have our HK droid, our repair, and repair the vocabulator. So the nice part is we can actually get that pretty quickly. By the time once we finish Telos, we're going to be going right to Narshadox. It's the fastest way to get our lightsaber, so.
Have you come for more?
When you lost your hand, I felt it too.
That does not surprise me, any more than you hearing my thoughts when we were apart. The pain, however, was unexpected. If I could, I would have shielded you from it.
I'm sorry for your
Save
loss.
your pity. I am here to save you, not the other way around.
If we travel together, then we need to work
I do
together.
not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs training and guidance, I do not know if it is possible, and I fear that had the pain been more intense, the consequences would have been more extreme.
Would it have been lethal?
Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you. When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragus. It seems the Force flows easily between us. A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks. Indeed. And was it the same as before? If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force. What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason? Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen, or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own, and exiled them as they did you. It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live.
I can float again, if
Our
only slightly.
link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again. And if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
I will honor whatever training you will give me.
Do not honor me, fallen Jedi. Honor it by listening and learning. Do that, and perhaps we shall survive this thing, you and I. I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force. Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you, through my words and presence. Ask. These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split. Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith, but in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. Revan tasted it, as Malak did.
So these Siths continue the crusade?
In a manner of speaking. They are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow. They strike from the darkness, hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After all the Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked. I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this. Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come. Ask. Much has happened in the galaxy in your absence, and since the defeat of the Mandalorians at Malachor 5. It is a tale you already know well. Almost a decade ago, the Mandalorians began preying on the Republic, bringing the fires of war to many planets along the Outer Rim. Their predations continued, winning victory after victory, until the Republic finally begged the Jedi Council for aid. Indeed, the Jedi Council counseled caution and patience to assess the Mandalorian threat as the Outer Rim burned. 2 Jedi Knights, Revan and Malak, defied the Jedi Council. They challenged the Mandalorian fierceness and brutality on the battlefield with a viciousness of their own. Revan's entrance into the conflict marked the true beginning and end of the war. It was Revan who drove the Mandalorians back into the unknown regions.
Until we destroyed them at Malachor 5.
Yes, I have heard tales of Malachor 5 and Revan's part in it. I know you served there in that final battle. It must have been a terrible thing.
And the conflict split the Jedi Order.
Speak the truth. The war's end was merely another beginning, and what seemed a victory for the Republic was far from it. Many believed the Mandalorians defeated Malachor 5, but the Mandalorians taught the Jedi much through battle, and so it was that Malak, Revan, and the Jedi that followed them discovered their true natures in the Mandalorian Crusade. But you know this. Did Revan fail? Or was it the failure of the Jedi teachings? A question for another time, perhaps. As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorians in battle after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end, the Mandalorians had taught them through conflict, shaped the Jedi, and turned them into a weapon against the Republic.
That was the Jedi Civil War.
Revan and Malak, and all the Jedi that served them, turned against the Republic and the Jedi Order. Jedi fought Jedi. Revan was ambushed by the Jedi and captured. Malak continued to wage war in his master's place, inflicting terrible wounds on the Republic. Wounds that bleed still. As all Sith do without a strong enemy, the Sith turned on each other. Revan escaped the Jedi and returned to finish Malak, and that was the end of the Jedi Civil War.
But what happened to Revan?
After defeating Malak, Revan left the Republic, and there are none who know where he has gone. It is said that the Sith remnants turned on themselves after Revan defeated Malak, reducing Korriban to ruin, as the Republic still bleeds and struggles for life. Where Revan wanders now, I do not know. It would seem that way from a certain point of view, perhaps. The Jedi Civil War left wounds that have yet to heal. We shall see if the Republic has the strength to survive.
Must do what we can until it has a chance to recover from the war.
A culture's teachings, and most importantly the nature of its people, achieve definition in conflict. They find themselves or find themselves lacking. Too long did the Republic remain unchallenged. It is a stagnant beast that labors for breath and has for centuries. The Jedi Order was the heart that sustained its sickness. Now the Jedi are lost. We shall see how long the Republic can survive. We shall see. The Jedi Civil War cost the Republic much. The resources of the Sith seemed limitless, the Republic's was not. Fleets of warships, soldiers, and people were lost. Entire planets were decimated. Their inhabitants dead or refugees. It is a great burden for any civilization to bear. And this new threat, it is a quiet thing. Unlike the Jedi Civil War, it drives at something deeper than the strength of the Republic. It is aimed at you.
Because I'm the last
The
Jedi?
Republic was never what was important, ever. It was but a shell that surrounds the Jedi, just as the teachings of the Jedi are a shell surrounding the heart of man. You see, the war, the true war, has never been one waged by droids or warships or soldiers. They are but crude matter, obstacles against which we test ourselves. The true war is waged in the hearts of all living things, against our own natures, light or dark. That is what shapes and binds this galaxy, not these creations of man. You are the battleground, and if you fall, the death of the Republic will be such a quiet thing, a whisper, that shall herald the darkness to come. I would see to that fool in the cockpit.
Alright, so we officially completed the history quest. That is how you actually get it done. I know a lot of people always have problems actually getting that completed. You basically just have to make sure you get the medical stuff and then complete and talk with Kreia that way. So I'm going to go ahead and end this part of the play here. Thank you so much for joining me for part 8 of our Light Side Sentinel, Knights of the Old Republic 2 playthrough. Again, thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye.